Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. In the last episode, we got ourselves a Salvage Arm, got ourselves a Sun Key, and took care of a bunch of other things. In this episode, this is gonna be sort of a not mini episode, but an episode where we don't exactly do plot stuff. We're gonna be basically just a side episode where we're going to do all of the treasure maps that we have now that we have the Salvage Arm. We're gonna go ahead and collect all of them, and from there we can go ahead and get a bunch of rewards, basically. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the one right next to us, because as long as we're here at this part of the island, we may as well take advantage of it. So that is precisely what we are going to do. And then we'll head to, we'll basically get all 10 of these, and then we'll start next episode at Abandoned Island to take care of the final side quest thing there before getting to the next dungeon entirely. So I'm not sure how much of this is gonna be sped up and how much of this isn't. It really depends on how much happens. You want to really get right on the X, because there can be times where if you time it poorly, it will, or if you're not in the exact right spot, sometimes you'll just end up not getting it anyway. But we're gonna get our first treasure today, because we got a lot of, we got the Sun Key and stuff last time, but we haven't got any actual treasures from this. There's 3 types of things you can get from these treasure maps. And I'll explain them as we get them, I guess. We'll just go ahead and get a thing for starters. It's kind of a nice little mini game. You can get some money along the way, which is nice because you're going to need that money to repair the Salvage Arm. Should you break it, you can hold up to slow it down like this, and hold down to speed it back up, so as to get past obstacles faster. So take advantage of that. Make sure you just don't get hit by these octo mines. They're very strange, but they like that, because you'll take damage. And Linebacker will be pissed at you and be like, why the heck did you damage the Salvage Arm? You're going to have to spend a bunch of money to get it repaired. Luckily, it's about maybe 20 rupees. Oh, I missed that one somehow. Well, that's okay. You actually get a chance to get it on the way up, because as you remember, when you're heading back here, you can get it on the way up. So we'll go ahead and slow things down. Bring the Salvage Arm over there. That actually hit. Okay, well, that was not worth the 20 rupees, because it probably cost the 20 rupees. And I'm going to really try to not break the Salvage Arm before I get to, I want to complete these 4 treasure maps on this part of the map before I wreck the Salvage Arm. So hopefully I won't take 3 more hits, or else that will be bad. But we'll see. There's not, there are definitely repeat maps, so, as in, like, there's only a certain amount of these sort of, layouts that you'll have to deal with. Oh, that was close. That was definitely getting towards the closest sort of side of the spectrum, so watch out for the octo mines, but we'll see a lot of similar layouts for here, so I don't know if I'm going to show off all of them. I might just speed up through some of them or something. We'll see how things go as we make our way through the Salvage Arm process, but we get the treasure, and one of 3 things will happen. I'm kind of curious to see which one the first ones we're going to get is, and we're going to get... Oh, this is actually the least exciting of the 3. You can actually get a random treasure. So we just made 50 rupees from that. That's actually kind of a little bit lackluster, to be honest, but that's okay, because we're going to make our way down here, and we're going to get our next 3, and these ones, the treasure ones are actually pretty rare, so the disappointing ones are not as likely. Basically, you can get those, you can get ship parts, which are always exciting, because we definitely need some more ship parts to potentially buff our ship up another heart, which will be really nice to have soon. And then there's something else that's really interesting that we'll see when we get to it. I'm going to leave that one a surprise for now. Anyway, let's just stop being rude. I was going to cut this out and speed this up, but I actually kind of talked about some important stuff here, so I guess I'm leaving this ship travel in. Seriously? I'm just wrecking my boat today. This is just, let's destroy the boat day. Okay, that's cool. It is definitely possible to get golden parts from these treasure chests as well, so if we're lucky, we can actually get a golden part for our boat as well, which only 2, basically 3 parts from the same set will increase things to heart, but 2 parts from a golden ship will, 2 parts from the golden ship parts will increase the heart instead. So you can have 8, there's 8 parts total, so you can have 3, 3, and 2 to get 7 hearts, or you can have 2, 2, 2, 2, basically all golden parts to have your maximum of 8 hearts. But, getting all 8 golden parts is going to be expensive and kind of tricky and kind of luck-based. So I'm going to probably be content just to get 7, so 3 of one set, 3 of another set, or just 3 of 6 of the same set, but it doesn't really matter. And 2 golden parts. I think that's a reasonable goal to try to get. 7 hearts is not a bad amount. I'm pretty sure this is the same layout as before, and I'm pretty sure all the wobbly kind of just made me hit my ship. So I'm going to have to be careful. I can only take 2 more hits before I'm basically unable to continue, but I still have like 2.5 more salvages to do, so I really should be cautious at this point. Also, that was kind of some lag going on there. Interesting. That one's always tricky because you have to be really careful. This one doesn't have the 20 rupee though, unfortunately, so we're not gonna really make too much money back from this one. We're just gonna kind of have to deal with it. So yeah, as you can see, the layouts are generally, there's just a few certain layouts you have to do, and it's not the most exciting thing in the world. Yeah, you want to take your time here. Dodge this one green rupee, not the end of the world, so I'm not gonna really bother with that. But I'm actually really excited for this episode, because we're going to get a lot of ship parts. The majority of these treasures will be ship parts. They're a really good way to get free ship parts, and through the ship parts, we might end up getting a pretty decent boat going on here. So that's actually really exciting to me. I'm actually really looking forward to having a better boat potentially at some point. So if all goes well, we'll have ourselves a nice shiny boat soon. It'll be really wonderful. So that takes care of that. There is a fish over there, by the way, I've noticed. So I will take care of that fish potentially as well, because if I get lucky, I can even continue the next part of the fishing quest soon. So look at that, we just got a golden wheel. Okay, so that's a golden wheel. That's one of the golden parts. I'm okay with this. Yeah, I am all sorts of okay with this. That's some good luck right there. Sweet. Speaking of golden parts, I now have one. So, if I get one more golden part, I'll technically have all I need to potentially get, you know, the 7 heart. So not quite the max, but close enough to it. So, I'm happy. I'm very happy with this outcome. This is a fantastic outcome. I think I'm gonna do this treasure over here and then grab the fish that's going down there right now, because that fish is tempting. And it's kind of heading down there, though, so I'll just kind of head down and grab it on the way. May as well take care of a fish while we're here. So get a little bit closer to the X and kill an enemy. And let's go ahead and salvage and open another treasure. So it seems like it's going to take us 1 every 3 minutes, so about a half-hour long video, plus or minus however much it takes for that. But this is actually a different layout, so although I'm not sure if this is the same layout as the original one we did with the sun key, because I think that's a layout that we can kind of get sometimes too, but no, I think this one's different from that as well. No, okay, it does have the ridiculous 20 rupees that are not really worth getting. So, yeah. By the way, why does the chain not set off the Octoroks? Why is it only the hand that can set off Octomines? I don't know. But this is really just the world's worst, like, crane game ever. Oh ho ho. Trying to be sneaky there, Mr. Octorok. Let's see what you did there. Oh! That one kind of came out. I mean, I knew he was there because I saw the blow. I saw him blowing over there, but I was going there for dramatic tension, okay? Shh! I actually know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make you guys be on edge and be excited. It's not really working. But we got ourselves a golden wheel, and I'm really happy about that, like I said. So, good times. Good times. And a chain handrail, so new handrail as well. Not sure if we have a handrail or not yet. Looks like we have just the normal handrail, so that'll be cool. Time for a fishing break, I think. So let's head down here and get ourselves a fishy fish. Before it heads off the map, like I said, this is a really stupid minigame, and that it's just really random and just depends on how lucky you are to find the right fish. So let's go ahead and do some more salvaging, and we'll go from there. So, like I said, a lot of this content's probably going to be sped up. I apologize in advance. Hey, this is actually a different one, because we definitely didn't have a 20 rupee thing at the beginning like that, and that's actually kind of nice. We'll definitely be able to afford our... Look at how much money we've actually made from doing this. And that's not even counting the treasure we got. I mean, it's 50 rupees. It's not much, but it's enough. And yeah, it's a fairly quick win. Is that a 100 rupee thing? That looks like a 100 rupee thing. You know what? We're gonna go. Yeah, we're going for this. That's a 100 rupee. I thought it was a green rupee, but no. Well, we now have to contend with beeping all the time. Yeah, that's 100 rupees. Oh god. Ooh, trying to fool me there. If we lose this, I'm gonna be really sad because we'll have to do this entire salvaging, so the treasure will lose the treasure. No, 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 no. I think not good, sir. Go. Oh. 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 That was a close one, man. Oh, that one rustled my composure there for a bit. I'm not gonna use stupid meme references. Anyways, we get another ship part. We do. We get the demon ship part. Okay, that's going to be a strange combination for sure. So right now we're going to go ahead and go back to the Mersey Island, I think. Repair our salvage arm, and we'll switch out the ship parts while we're there as well. And then we have 6 more to go, so there'll be 6 more on the island. Like I said, the other X on this island we can't actually get because it's behind that island, so we can't do that. And yep, 6 more to go. So I guess we'll grab the one over here on the way, because it's on the way, so we may as well, I suppose. That's kind of the thought process there. So let's quickly do that, and then we have just a few more treasures to bring up, and we'll have ourselves a video. So cool story. Doing a salvage without being able to take a hit is a risky endeavor, but we're right next to Mersey Island anyway, so if I lose, then we'll just retry quickly anyway, and we'll see if this one's a hard one or an easy one. So far it's pretty devoid of anything, but there we go. We got some obstacles here, but nothing too tricky yet. It's definitely a different one, so definitely new and exciting. No moving ones yet, though, and those are the ones to worry about the most, so this isn't too bad so far. That's okay, there were some moving ones there, but they're not anything too tricky. I spoke a little too soon there, because that one, I had a feeling that was going to happen. It just felt like the appropriately dickish thing for the game to do, and indeed it was. But there we go, we can make it down to the bottom here, get the treasure, and as long as we make it back up in time, we'll be a-okay. I didn't realize you can get 100 rupee things from this at some points. That's kind of really impressive. Okay, calm down, Arm. Don't want to be taking any damage here unnecessarily. Just want to be really careful. Watch out for the Octorok that will be spawning in the middle up here. I'm not even going to bother getting those rupees. They're not worth it, because that guy's going to be shooting up. But yep, we dodged all the moving ones here, so we're okay on that front. And I seem to recall a lot of stationary ones to remain here. Not gonna take any chances to go for the money here. We're just gonna go straight up. Generally, this middle area, like in like the 3rd and the 2/3 quadrants, are generally fairly safe. So it appears we have recovered the treasure successfully. Let's see if we can get ourselves a new ship part, or there's still the other kind of option that we haven't seen yet. So there is one other upgrade we could possibly get, and nope, it's a chain handrail. Okay, so we now have, didn't we get 2 chain handrails? I feel like we've gotten 2 chain handrails. I feel like we can actually check this out really easily if we go into our collection, and we head over here and we look at our handrails. Yep, we have 2, so we got 2 of the same. Hey, for all we know, the chain handrail could be worth a lot of cash. And if it is, more power to me, because that means more money. And more money is a-okay with me. So just a quick stop to Mersey Island to sell that ship part, and we're gonna go ahead and repair this salvage arm. You head to this guy, Mr. Potato Head, and he'll basically it's 100 if it's broken, 50 if it's has one thing left, 20 I think if you have two left, 5 if you have 3, or like 10 if you have 3, then 5 if you have like only 1 hit on it. So it's basically exponential. The more damage it is, the more you'll pay to repair it. So let's go ahead and customize our ship. May as well. We have some time. I wonder. I'm kind of really curious to see which. Do I not have a new prow? Nope. No prows. I have no prowess. Okay, our ship is now creepy. We have. Do we have any new anchors? I forget. I forget what we have and what we don't have. I think it's just a handrail at this point. So the chain handrail, and we don't have a new hut, do we? Nope. Chimney. Nope. I think, and then we had a bunch of wheels because we had one from last time, didn't we? We had the red wheel, but no, we're gonna go with the golden wheel. because I don't think you can tell what set it's from by its order on the thing. I don't think we have anything that goes with the red one anyway. I'm fairly sure we have like a bunch of just random parts from random things. Like I'm pretty sure we have like one of each set right now, so we have like no coherency whatsoever. So we're not gonna get an upgrade. Yeah, so we don't have any sort of upgrade to our ship, unfortunately. But we do have a bunch of different parts from different sets, including a golden one. So really, we just need a couple more of each set, of any of those sets, and we can actually upgrade our ship to 7 hearts. So it's not going to be too complicated. We have plenty of treasures to go through. And let's see if we can make some decent cash from selling this chain handrail. For all we know, it could be worth a lot. It's pretty randomized. Man, the golden ones are worth a ton, but you don't want to sell those anyway. Huh, 800 rupees. That's... I mean, there's no reason you need any more than one ship part. So that's an extra 800 rupees right there, which is great because that can go into buying more ship parts. I'm actually kind of curious if the store sells ship parts now that we got the gem out of the way, but I don't think it will. Nope, it's just a X there, so nothing worth getting from that. Let's head back out to sea. We have 5 more treasures to get. More ship parts, potentially could get 2 of the set and, you know, well, we're probably not going to get too many more ship parts, because we still have, I think, at least 2 of the other drop to get of the 5, so probably 3 more ship parts or so, I want to say. Seems about right to me, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm going to head up here because we can grab a fish while we're up here as well, it seems, and then we'll head back down to that other one on the other end of the map there, and go from there. So the fish is heading straight towards us, so we will actually get another chance to fish as well. There's a hazard up ahead. I'm going to leap it successfully, of course, and we'll go ahead and do one more session of fishing before we move on here. So fish, like I said, this is the fishing and the salvage army sort of things. So, and post-production me is going to be really annoyed at how much editing this is going to require of me now. But that's okay. I will deal with it because that's what I do. This doesn't look to be anything too special, but it could be the big one or the smallest thing possible. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be what we're looking for, so we're going to abandon. I mean, I'm not actually sure exactly what we're looking for, but I think that was the second type of fish, and then we've seen the luvar again as well, so no luck so far. I'm not sure if it's a different thing on the map. I mean, we have the big lure thing equipped, do we not? Where is it even? We did save getting the big lure, didn't we? I can't even tell. I'm not even sure where it shows up on the thing, if it even shows up. Well, hopefully I'm not going to go to the guy and realize I forgot to get the big lure or something somehow, because that would be distressing. So, yeah, let's go ahead and salvage some more, and I can make sure that I'm not doing something stupid when I go to Abandoned Island later, I guess. Because I'm not sure if the big lure shows up on my collection screen at all. I imagine it should, but I don't see it. But maybe it just doesn't, because I don't see the fishing rod either, and I'm clearly doing fishing, so maybe I'm just going insane. That's very possible and quite likely, so who knows. I think we've seen this sort of layout before, potentially. Yeah, this is definitely this is what I consider the standard layout, because for the most part, it's just kind of, this one just happens a lot. Sometimes there's a 20 rupee thing there. It seems like not that often, though. There's no way to upgrade your salvage arm health, by the way. I mean, you already have 5. You don't really need to use it. There's no point of having upgrades for it, so it'd be kind of silly for you to have to upgrade it for just a minigame that's not exactly the most relevant thing in the world, so look at that golden, I have golden wheels now, though. It's just fantastic. If I get lucky enough to get another golden part, I'm just gonna be all of the happy. We got that, and a thing that sold for 800 rupees. Yeah, there's some that sell for 1,500 that are gonna be like super valuable, but you know what? That's not bad. 800 rupees just for getting a duplicate, you know, that's not a bad deal. It wasn't like a 50 rupee one, it wasn't a 100 rupee one. It was a good, you know, that's a good solid 800 rupees. That's not something to shake a stick at. That's like another ship pot or 2 from Beetle. The golden ones definitely do cost a lot, by the way. Keep that in mind. You probably have to pay like upwards of like 1,800, 2,000-ish to get a golden part, so. And that's one of the other things we can get. Sand of Hours. We can actually get more sand for our hourglass and add an entire minute. An entire minute onto our time. That's awesome. So this is definitely, without a doubt, something I'm cutting out. So I will see you guys when we get to the, or speeding up. So I'll see you guys when we get to that part of the sea, I guess. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a weird situation. So, what happened, this is kind of a video that I'm recording after the video, in the middle of the video. Basically what happened is the next two salvages ended up being, I don't know what happened to the recorder, but it started just recording at like 1 frame per second for just like that section of the video, and everything else was fine. Although there was a bunch of weird audio desyncs as well that I've had to fix in post-production, but because I want to keep the posterity of the first half and all the stuff I got there, and because some cool stuff happens in the final part of the video, I kind of want to just keep this middle section, just re-record these couple things, because these two salvages won't really matter, and I'll show off what I got in the second one anyway. This first one is completely irrelevant. So, apologizing for the fact that this is going to be completely disjointed, but I'm going to kind of re-recording these next couple salvages because the game decided to, I'm not going to my, I'm going to my salvage, because the game decided, hey, I want to go ahead and just not record properly for these couple minutes, and I have no idea why, and that's kind of annoying. But they're going to be basically the same salvages, so I figured because like nothing too important that isn't just the same every time is being shown off here, I can just kind of insert the footage here, and we'll just kind of make it work, I guess, as opposed to re-recording like an entire 40-minute video. Also, that is a 100 rupee thing over there, and I kind of want to get it, so let's make sure we get it on the way back up. What happened basically what happened before was pretty much nothing. I did these both successfully. It'll be the same results because I'll show off the result of the second one, which is the only one that can vary. This first one will always be the same every run. So really, it's no harm, no foul, just kind of having to disjoint my commentary because 2 minutes, or no, not 2 minutes, but you know, about 4 or so minutes of the footage it probably was kind of tampered with by the editing software or whatever. So stuff happens. 'Tis the nature of video recording. If it keeps happening, I might have to find a different way to record these, because this is still fairly fresh with my new computer, or not the new computer, but with me having to reset my computer because it messed up. So all my settings aren't quite what they were before, but we get some stand of hours, so a second stand of hours is found in this location here. And then what I did after that was I immediately went to my slate, and I teleported up to the frog over there because we were taking care of those little ones. The X's are still on the map, by the way, because for the sake of this extra sort of showing up these two salvages, I didn't bother getting all the other ones. Like I said, I'm going to go back, and after this salvage is basically at the very end of this salvage, I'm going to cut back to the original footage because it started working again properly, or so I hope. So, apologies for the weirdness. Sometimes video editing has to be kind of a thing, and I mean, I got a golden wheel. I get some really cool stuff at the end of the video too. Things work out really nicely. I don't want to take any chances of losing that because I really like the outcome of this video. So, you'll see why anyway. So, what I'm going to do is do the salvage as soon as we get to the top and it cuts to the treasure. I will cut to the treasure, that I got, because basically the mid first salvage is when things got bad, and mid of this salvage is where things got better. Also, apparently I didn't go to the right location here. How do you screw up a post-production thing, Lucky? So you have to be right on the X, and or it won't work. So you gotta be a bit careful there. Let's try that again, just like literally 2 seconds down the road here. So, oops, I may have goofed and made this video even longer for myself. Oh well, what have I done? So, yeah, this one looks a lot more correct. It's a lot more complicated. So, as you can see, you have to be right on top of it. I guess I accidentally proved a demonstration. You know what, just because this is new and exciting, I'm gonna go for this. Although I'm not sure if I went for it in this part or a different one, but in one of the footages, I think I actually pulled that off on camera. So I'm not sure if that's the one I'd had to delete or if it's the one I didn't, because it's kind of really hard to tell what's going on in the footage when it's literally 1 frame per second. Well, maybe not 1 frame per second, but not many frames per second. Certainly not the 30 FPS I recorded in. So I unfortunately had to undo progress for that. But as we get to the top here, I'm going to cut back to the original footage. So secondary post-production Lucky out! Wow, I squeaked there. see what we end up getting. If it's anything cool, I will be all the pleased. But what it ends up being is another wheel. Okay. Unfortunate because I already have a golden wheel, so that's gonna trump pretty much every other wheel I'm going to get unless I happen to get 2 different golden parts, which, like I said, is going to be much more unlikely. So, unfortunately, while we got a golden part, and we got some money, and we got some really random parts from random sets, we don't really have anything that goes together yet. So we're probably not gonna reach 5 hearts unless we get really fortunate with these last 2 salvages. That being said, golden part, really can't complain about golden part, so hello frog. Fancy seeing you here. So let's go ahead and salvage once more, see if we can get lucky, and if not, we have one more chance to see what we get. We might as well stop at the boat, by the way, while we're there and see if he has any more treasures to give us, just because, you know, more treasures means more potential money if for some reason I'm ever short on funds, and I am perfectly okay with having a few more funds. And funds like directly correlate to stopping at Beetle and getting more ship parts. So, like I said, this game's kind of really revolves around having to make side trips to do things like fishing and treasure maps and whatnot quite often. So you're gonna have to kind of balance that with playing if you ever want to get these side quests done in any sort of decent fashion, not have to sit there and grind. Because grinding in a Zelda game is just kind of silly. That's another problem, is like, of the Zeldas, this is arguably one of the more grindy ones, I guess, in terms of having to get like 100% to kind of grind from you. You have to get treasures in the other one, in like Spirit Tracks, but it happened pretty naturally through my playthrough. We didn't really have to go too far out of our way for it, unlike this, where we're kind of going fairly far out of our way, so I don't know. It's just, it's why it's a really mixed bag for me. And we got a chimney and a rock wheel, so those could actually potentially go together, but we got ourselves a chimney from what looks to be a completely different set, but unless it goes with the castle set, we might actually abandon the golden wheel for a bit if it means getting a different part, or if it means giving an upgrade to one of our things. So that'd be kind of cool. I'm actually going to specifically head the long way around the island for Malida Island. Kind of reasons why I'm doing that I don't want to get into too much of a discussion of, but just trust me on this, there's a reason why I should take the long way around here. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to stop at Beetle in this video. Probably not going to bother with that, but I will definitely pay Beetle a visit probably next episode if I have a good chance to, if it's on the way. If not, I'll just wait till after the next dungeon. Getting ship parts upgraded is not the most important thing right now. So we can board the ship, see if we have any more treasures to get quickly, because I think it's a daily thing, and indeed it is. They're all right here. Oh, I was gonna try a spin attack to the face, and it just kind of failed. So another one, yeah, just kind of all in the corners today. Sup, Mr. Guy? I saved your life. I think you were probably taking a nap. You certainly take naps in the strangest spot, so what do you have for me? Coral. Have I gotten coral before? I'm not sure if I've gotten coral before, but look at that. He actually gives... Oh, wow, okay. That's a pearl necklace. And a dark pearl necklace, so... The pearl necklace was worth 800 rupees. Just saying. Money in this game is not hard to come by. You'll definitely be buying some ship parts in our near future, I think. So, yeah, that's how we're gonna upgrade our ship. Is gonna be largely just visiting Beetle when he's nearby, because I think his inventory cycles out daily, which means I'm gonna kind of have to do it in several videos, and it's gonna kind of extend the length of these videos, and it's gonna be kind of silly. But last salvage arm of the day, and we'll be done with this side episode. Which is funny that the side episodes are longer than the normal episode. Also, I really haven't hurt my arm since the first part, so or the first train wreck of this. So I guess I've learned how to salvage arm or something. I don't know, but oh, we're drifting a bit there. Careful, careful. Want to make sure you don't drift accidentally. You also want to make sure you pick up the treasure, by the way, because I think if you miss it, you might just actually miss the entire thing. Have to redo it from the start. So definitely want to not do that. So make sure you aim the arm properly and you actually scoop the treasure and not a clump of dirt. Because while Johnny Depp can, or Captain Jack Sparrow can get away with having a jar of dirt, we, unfortunately, cannot. See, we're like pirates on the sea, and he's a pirate on the sea, and they're both protagonists. It makes sense as a reference, right? Yeah. Cool beans, yo. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to see what ship part this is. A drill plow. We are now Dr. Eggman. Interesting. So what we're going to do to end this video off is we're going to head back to Mersey Island and see if there is actually some sort of combination we can do that increases our health. I doubt it. I think we'll have 2 of certain sets, but not necessarily, unless the Peaceful Bridge and the Rock Wheel and the Stone Chimney go together. That could potentially be a thing, so I'm going to definitely do some looking right now and see if there's anything here. While we're here, I might as well go to the treasure teller and also see if the treasure teller has, or if any of these new treasures that I got are actually worth a ton of money. Because if they are, then I will know how much funds I have in the meantime. So we'll see how productive this episode was. Certainly seems like it was fairly productive, but only time will tell. See what you have to say, Mr. Guy. Our salvage arm is fine, so all we need to do is customize our ship. The only plow we have is the drill plow, so this is just all sorts of silly. Okay, the drill plow is one of the 3rd sets, which I think, we don't have any anchor, so the anchor is boring. This one's down in like the 5th or 6th set, so that the demon part is going to be kind of weird on its own. Artistic's in the 2nd set. I'm pretty sure that chain one here, the fence here, is in the 3rd set, so we actually have 2 of that set now. So that's cool. And now the thing I'm curious about is the Peaceful Bridge is the 4th set. The chimney is the 4th set as well. So these 2 sets go together. And this is in the 4th set as well. So actually we're going to replace the golden wheel with the rock wheel for now, because we're actually going to be able to, I'm hoping to get another rock part at some point. So hopefully get like a boat that's like the boat and the cannon and the anchor, either of the rock or the sort of utility variety. Because we're actually really close now to having 6 hearts. But this will actually increase us to 5, because we have 3 from the, I guess, stone set of ship. So, there we go! We actually did get up to a 5 stamina at the very end there. We just sort of got fortunate. And the golden part's there. It'll be there to use at any given point, so... Hurrah! Hurrah, hurrah. So, I'm just kind of... Okay, first of all, treasure. The ones that we haven't seen yet are the coral, which is probably going to be trifle. Or 1,500 rupees! Okay! We now have a thing that sells for 1,500 rupees! Okay! And that's 150 rupees, so that's kind of boring, but... 1,500! And the Pearl Loop is 800, so we have technically like 1,200 in store here. Actually, you know what? I want to kind of quickly check the, just out of curiosity, I'm curious how much the golden one sells for, because I'm kind of just curious. I'm not going to go through all of these right now, because it's kind of silly, but... The golden one's gonna sell for a ridiculous amount, probably. Yep, it's automatic 1,500. So I could sell a piece of coral for 1,500. And you know what? Is there really any reason for me not to? Like I said, treasure is the only purpose for it is to sell. So as far as I'm aware, so let's just sell this so I have all the money on hand in case I ever need the money. I'll leave the other stuff for now because it's not even worth the time to go through, but that puts us up at 3,500 rupees for the day. We started this episode with practically nothing. I just want to point that out for a sec. So, you know, we're gonna stop at Beetle on the next episode, but this has gone long enough. So this is LuckySevenDX signing out. We've made some bank, we've increased our ship hearts, and we even got a golden part. Productive day! So, I'll see you guys in the next episode for more Phantom Hourglass where we actually do the plot. So, see you guys then. Bye-bye.